Hi guys! Today we celebrate music from the 50s. Various music genres in America like rock and roll, doo-wop, pop, swing, and rhythm and blues, country music, rockabilly, and jazz music dominated and defined the 50s decade in music. Rock and roll music dominated popular music in the 50s and quickly spread to much of the rest of the world. Music in the 1950s was dominated by the birth of rock and roll. Rock and roll music was a new form of music that combined elements of rhythm and blues, which we sometimes call R&B, pop, blues, and hillbilly music to create a sound that shook America. Rock and roll quickly spread to the rest of the world. Before we go on, let's talk about what a genre is. You might hear me or other people talk about music genres. A genre is a category of artistic composition. We characterize things such as art or music by similarities in form, style, or subject matter. It could also be different based on the instruments that they use. When we say music genres, it is a way of separating the music into different styles. While rock and roll was the most popular genre of music in the 50s, there were several other genres that were popular. Popular music dominated the charts for the first half of the decade. Vocal-driven classic pop replaced big band and swing at the end of World War II. Artist Little Richard got the attention of specialty records for R&B music. R&B was a new up-tempo, funky rhythm and blues style that helped define the sound of rock and roll. Blues music had a huge influence on mainstream American popular music, with enthusiastic styles of popular music like Bo Diddley and Chuck Berry. This style was more melancholy or sad sounding than other genres, but still influenced rock and roll music. Country music was also starting in the early 1950s, with artists such as Hank Williams, Patsy Cline, and Chet Atkins. Jazz music also gained popularity during the 1950s. As we keep going through different decades of music, you will see many other music genres becoming more and more popular. Today, for 50s Music Day, you will hear mainly rock and roll music from popular musicians like Bill Haley and his Comets, Chuck Berry, Johnny Cash, and Elvis Presley. Tomorrow's Spirit Day is 60s music. In the 60s, they wore a lot of tie-dye. So break out all your tie-dye to celebrate the groovy music of the 60s.